Welcome back to Senior Smart Channel, where we dig into the wildest real-life sagas. Today's tale, The Shadow Heiress, is a roller coaster of family secrets, a gold-digging stepmom, and a house that's hiding more than you think. My dad's fading fast, and his wife's eyeing his legacy, but she's in for a shock she'll never see coming. Hit that like button and let's jump in. Okay, so next week my dad's heading into hospice in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's been a train wreck getting here. We all saw it coming, his health's been tanking, but it doesn't soften the blow, you know? Thing is, the house he's in, this cozy cedar shingle place tucked in the Blue Ridge foothills with his wife Marla and her two daughters Lila and Cassie. It's not his, it's mine. I bought it years back, but you'd never guess that from how they strut around like they own every plank and shingle. I'm getting ahead of myself, though. Let me rewind, 'cause this mess has roots that'll make your head spin. 7 years ago, life gut-punched us. Mom passed, cancer, brutal and quick, after 35 years with Dad. They'd been this unbreakable duo, her with her garden clogs, him with his fishing rods, and when she went, Dad shattered. I'm their only kid, grown and grinding it out as a mechanic in Raleigh, and watching him crumble broke me too. He lost his gig at the lumber yard. Couldn't focus, hands shaking too much to run a saw. Then the landlord booted him from their little Durham rental. Eviction notice taped to the door, his world in cardboard boxes. It was like fate kicked him while he was down. He had no one else, just me and his scruffy mutt, Buster, this gray-muzzled lab mix Mom adored. Buster was family, her shadow, his lifeline, so I stepped up. I'd been saving for a shop of my own, but Dad needed a roof more. Found this house in Asheville. Nothing flashy, just a 2-bedroom with a sagging porch and a yard big enough for Buster to sprawl. Quiet street, old oaks shading the windows. Perfect for him to heal. I bought it cash, my name on the deed, not his, handed him the keys and said, "This is yours to live in, Dad. You and Buster." He teared up, hugged me like I'd given him the moon, and for a while it worked. First few years, he steadied, grieving slow, leaning on Buster's wagging tail. I'd drive up every Saturday, 3 hours from Raleigh, pulling into that gravel drive to Buster's sloppy grin and Dad's bear hugs. We'd grill ribs on this rusty BBQ pit out back, smoke curling into the mountain air, swapping stories about Mom's awful karaoke or his fishing flops. It wasn't fancy, but it was ours, his sanctuary, my peace. Then Marla showed up, met Dad at a church potluck, some friend's cousin, all smiles and casseroles, and bam, 2 years ago, they're hitched. I was cool with it. Dad deserved a spark if she brought it. Marla seemed decent, curly hair, warm laugh, fussing over him like he mattered. When he said she's moving in, I shrugged. Your life, Dad. It's my house on paper, sure, but his to live in, right? I wanted him happy, not lonely with just Buster snoring by the hearth. But then it got weird. First, it's just Marla. Fine. She's unpacking her floral curtains, staking her claim. Weeks later, Lila, her late-20s daughter, rolls up with duffels like she's settling in for good. Not a weekend crash, no, she's permanent, sprawling her makeup empire across the guest bath. I bite my tongue. Dad's call. But it's odd, right? A grown woman bunking in like it's her dorm? Months pass, and I'm noticing it. Every visit, the house shifts. Dad's old fishing trophies vanish from the mantel, replaced by Marla's tacky glass angels. My Saturday ribs get sidelined for her kale salads. Healthier, she says, like Dad's not craving smoky comfort. I tell myself, he's happy, let it slide. Then Cassie, Marla's younger girl, shows up, bags in tow claiming the den. Now it's a circus. Marla, Lila, Cassie, Dad, and poor Buster dodging heels in a house that's suddenly theirs. The vibe's off. Dad's quieter, his say shrinking while they bicker over TV channels and paint swatches. I'm uneasy, but what can I do? Kick him out and break his heart? Nah, I hold back. For him, for Buster, for the fragile calm we've clawed back. But trouble's brewing, and it's about to spill over. So, I'm driving up to Asheville, North Carolina every Saturday, 3 hours from Raleigh, winding through those Blue Ridge Hills, to see Dad in this cedar shingle house I bought him 7 years back after Mom died and his life cratered. It's been his sanctuary, shared with Buster, our gray muzzled lab mix who's more family than pet. Mom's shadow, Dad's anchor. 2 years ago, Marla married him, moved in with her daughters Lila and Cassie, and turned my quiet haven into their circus. I've let it slide, Dad's happy, I tell myself, but it's shifting fast, and the cracks are showing. At first, it's just stuff piling up. Lila's makeup empire clogging the bathroom, Cassie's yoga mats sprawled across the den, Marla's glass angels shoving Dad's fishing trophies into boxes. I'm grilling ribs out back one weekend, smoke curling up, when I notice Dad's old lawn chairs swapped for some wicker thing Marla hauled in. "Looks nicer," she says, like his comfort's optional. I shrug. Whatever, Dad's call. But it's weird, right? His voice gets quieter. "Sure, hun," he mumbles when they pick paint colors or ditch his westerns for reality TV. I'm uneasy, watching him fade in his own space, but I hold back. Don't want to rock his boat when he's finally smiling again. Then they go after Buster, and that's where I draw the line. Buster's not just a dog. He's Mom's last gift, Dad's lifeline. 12 years old, creaky hips, spends his days snoozing on the porch or chasing his tail when he's got the energy, about as threatening as a teddy bear. I'm over one Sunday, flipping burgers on that rusty BBQ pit, when Cassie, Marla's youngest, all yoga pants and attitude, starts whining. "Buster makes me nervous," she says, eyeballing him like he's a grizzly. He's sprawled in the grass, tongue lolling, barely noticing her. I laugh. Seriously, he's half deaf and loves treats more than trouble. She doubles down. I don't feel safe, and I'm baffled. Safe? From a dog who'd lick you to death before he'd bite? Marla jumps in, backing her up like it's a crisis. "Maybe it's time Buster found a new home," she says, casual as tossing out leftovers. I'm floored. New home? "He's family," I snap, grease spitting as I flip a patty. "He's not going anywhere." Dad's on the porch, sipping iced tea, and I see his face crumple. He's not just losing a dog, he's losing Mom all over again. Marla's relentless. He's old, it'd be kinder, like she's doing him a favor. I see red. Kinder for who? You? Dad's quiet, too tired to fight, his shoulders slumping like the weight's crushing him. He's sick. Heart's failing, docs say, and I get it. He's worn out. But this is his soul they're yanking. I step up. "Buster's coming with me." Dad blinks, relieved. "You sure, son?" And I nod, firm. No way I'm letting them ditch him. I load Buster into my truck that night, his blanket, his chewed-up tennis ball, and take him to Raleigh. He's slow, stiff, but flops on my couch like it's home. Next visit, I bring him back. Dad lights up, scratching Buster's ears, and it's like old times for a heartbeat. But Lila and Cassie act like I've unleashed a beast. Cassie shrieks when he waddles in. Lila fake coughs like he's shedding plague. Marla rolls her eyes. Really necessary? And I'm done playing nice. "He's staying," I say, daring her to push. Weeks later, it explodes. I'm at the house, Buster snoozing by Dad's chair, when Marla corners me. "Don't bring that dog here anymore." I'm fuming. "Why? He's not hurting a soul." She smirks. "Cassie's still scared. It's better this way." Better? I see through it. This ain't about Buster, it's about control. They've chipped away. Trophies, ribs, now his dog, erasing Dad's life, bit by bit. "He's family," I growl. "Deal with it." Dad's watching, frail but firm. "Let him be, Marla." And she backs off, lips tight. Tension spikes. Every visit's a standoff. Buster my hill to die on. They're waiting, eyeing the house like vultures, and with Dad fading, I know they think it's theirs, but they've got no clue what's coming. Dad's heading into hospice soon in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's tearing me up. 3-hour drives from Raleigh every weekend aren't enough anymore. The cedar shingle house I bought him 7 years back, his lifeline after Mom died, is a battleground now. Marla, his wife of 2 years, and her daughters Lila and Cassie have taken over, shoving out Dad's trophies, his ribs, even Buster, our gray-muzzled lab mix who's Mom's last echo. I took Buster to my place after they tried to ditch him. Cassie's fake screams and Marla's new home nonsense pushed me too far. I bring him back for visits, Dad's lifeline, my Hillwise. He stays, I told Marla, firm, and they hate it, but it's war now. They're waiting, eyeing the house like it's theirs, but they're clueless it's mine. Last weekend I knew time was slipping. Dad's weaker, heart fading fast. So I load Buster into my truck, his blanket flapping and head up. I'm there to say goodbye. Proper like, him and Buster together one last time. Pull into the gravel drive, Asheville air crisp with pine, and step inside. Tension hits like a wall. Marla's in the living room sprawled on Dad's old recliner, now hers, flipping through a catalog. Lila's on the couch, scrolling her phone. Cassie's sipping coffee, smirking. They freeze when they see me. Then Buster shuffles in, tail wagging slow, and it's like I've brought a bear. Lila wrinkles her nose. Oh, great, the mutt's back. All attitude, like this 12-year-old dog's about to trash her vibe. He's so stiff he can barely climb a step, but she's acting like he's a feral wolf. I take a deep breath, here to see Dad, and brush past, ignoring the vibe. Cassie mutters something. Gross. But I'm focused, heading to Dad's room. He's in bed, propped on pillows, frail as a leaf. Tubes snaking from his arm, oxygen hissing. His eyes light up when he spots me, brighter when Buster hobbles in. There's my boys, he croaks, voice thin but warm. Buster struggles, paws slipping on the hardwood, but hauls himself up, curling beside Dad, head on his chest. Dad scratches those gray ears, grinning. Missed you, old man. I sit by the bed, throat tight. Missed you too. No big speeches, just quiet. Buster's tail thumping soft, and for a minute, it's us again. Grilling ribs, laughing over Mom's off-key singing, the good days. We talk, simple stuff, memories. Remember when Buster ate your burger? Dad chuckles, weak but real. I nod, patting Buster. Greedy punk. It's bittersweet. His hand trembles on the fur, and I know this is it. The last time I'll see that spark. Outside, I hear Marla and Cassie whispering, probably griping about the dog, but I tune it out. This is for Dad, not them. We sit, time stretching, Buster snoring soft, till my chest aches, knowing it's goodbye without saying it. Then Marla barges in. No knock, arms crossed. Thought I said no dog. Her glare's sharp, like I've smuggled contraband. Buster's drooling on the blanket, oblivious, and I'm boiling. He's not hurting anyone. He's here for Dad. She scoffs. Cassie's still freaked. Better if he's gone. Cassie's in the doorway. Good riddance soon, and I snap. You know what? Don't care what you think. He's family. Stays as long as I'm here. Deal with it. My voice cuts, low, hard, and Marla's jaw tightens. Dad lifts a shaky hand. It's fine, Marla. Let him be. She hesitates. Fine. And storms out, Cassie trailing with a huff. Dad's in hospice now in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's a countdown, every tick of the clock heavier than the last. That cedar shingle house I bought him 7 years ago, his haven after Mom died, shared with Buster, our gray-muzzled lab, is a war zone. Marla, his wife of 2 years, and her daughters Lila and Cassie have overrun it, sidelining Dad's voice, trying to ditch Buster, Mom's last echo, his lifeline. I took him to Raleigh after their new home push, but bring him back for visits. He stays, I told Marla, daring her to fight. They're clueless it's my house, thinking it's theirs when he's gone, but last weekend, seeing Dad so frail, Buster curled beside him. I knew I couldn't wait. Time's up for games. Few days after that goodbye, Buster's tail thumping soft, Dad's shaky grin. I'm back at the house. Can't tiptoe anymore. Dad's fading, and Marla's crew's acting like they've already inherited the place. I pull into the gravel drive, Asheville's oak shadows stretching long, and step inside. Living room's a bubble. Marla's sunk into Dad's old leather couch, flipping a decorating mag. Lila's sprawled with a smoothie. Cassie's giggling at some reality show rerun. They're laughing, cackling over botched Botox or whatever, like Dad's not slipping away down the hall. It's surreal. My gut twists, seeing them so untouched while I'm still raw from his bedside. I clear my throat. Need to talk. And they barely glance up, like I'm the cable guy. Marla sighs, tossing the mag. What now? All put upon. Lila slurps her drink. Cassie smirks. This better be quick. I take a deep breath, boots planted on the hardwood. About what happens after Dad's gone. The house, specifically. Tension snaps in. Laughter dies. Eyes lock on me. We need to talk rent. The word lands like a brick through glass. Cassie chokes. Rent? What are you on? Half laughing like I'm joking. Lila sits up. Smoothie forgotten. You serious? I nod, steady. Dead serious. Once Dad passes, things change. If you stay, you pay rent. Market rate. Lawyers set a fair number. I've covered this place for years. Marla's eyes narrow. Why would we pay rent? James wanted us here. She's leaning forward now, voice sharp, like she's calling my bluff. I hold firm. I get that's what you think, but I've been footing the bills since Mom died. That ends when he does. You've had a free ride, plenty generous, but it's over. Pay rent or find somewhere else. 3 months to figure it. Silence. Thick. Electric. Cassie snorts. So you're tossing us out? All venom, arms crossed tight. Lila's red-faced. You're unbelievable making a buck off us after all we've done? I bite back a laugh. Done? Like what? Pushing Dad around? Trying to dump Buster? Real noble. I'm not profiting. I'm done bankrolling you. 3 months. That's it. Marla stands, hands on hips. This is James's house. He wanted us to stay. You can't charge us after everything. Her voice cracks, playing victim. But I see the wheels spinning. Doesn't matter what he wanted, I say, cool as steel. It's mine. Always has been. Bought it for him to live in, not you to squat, pay or pack. Lila's pacing. We've been here years. It's ours now. Cassie's glare could melt paint. You're just gonna kick us out? I meet it. Not if you pay. I don't want it to come to that, but I'm not covering you anymore. 3 months, then we're square. Marla's trembling. I can't believe you do this, after all we've done for James, for this family. Her tears well up, Oscar-worthy, but I'm unmoved. Options, I say. Pay rent or move. I've given you time, more than fair. Lila's ready to lunge. You're heartless. But I cut through. Heartless is letting you leech off Dad's last years. 3 months. The room's a furnace. Cassie muttering, this is nuts. Marla clutching her chest like I've stabbed her. I turn for the door. Figure it out. And their voices erupt behind me. He can't do this. We'll fight it. Plotting already, scrambling to dodge reality. I'm halfway out when it hits. They've got no clue. They think it's Dad's to bequeath, their golden ticket. But the deed's mine, locked tight since day one. 3 months they'll face it, pay or go, and they're blind to the hammer I'm holding. I climb into my truck, Buster's blanket on the seat, and peel out. Gravel spitting, a weight lifting. They're scheming, sure, but I've got the ace. And they're about to fold. Dad's gone now, slipped away in that Asheville hospice last week, and it hit me like a freight train barreling through the Blue Ridge foothills. I knew it was coming. Heart failing, breath fading, but knowing doesn't brace you for the punch. That cedar shingle house I bought him 7 years ago, his refuge after Mom died, shared with Buster, our gray-muzzled lab, is a ghost town without him. Marla, his wife of 2 years, and her daughters Lila and Cassie turned it into their turf, sidelining Dad, pushing out Buster till I took him to Raleigh. I'd warned them. Pay rent or leave, 3 months. Days before he passed, showing my hand but not the deed. They think it's theirs now he's gone, vultures circling, but they're dead wrong. Few days after the funeral, quiet, small, Just me, Buster, and a handful of Dad's old fishing buddies. I head back. Can't delay. Marla's crew's acting like they've struck gold, and I'm done letting it fester. Pull into the gravel drive. Asheville dusk painting the oaks orange, and step inside, hit with a scene that twists my gut. Marla's on Dad's leather couch, sipping wine like a queen. Lila's sprawled with a tablet, ordering throw pillows, and Cassie's laughing at some TikTok, coffee mug steaming. They're grinning, cackling over dumb videos, like Dad didn't just die, like his absence is their green light. I'm in the doorway, boots scuffing the hardwood, watching them live it up while my chest's still raw from burying him. They don't notice me, too busy playing house. I clear my throat. We need to talk. And the room shifts. Marla sets her wine down slow. What now? Voice dripping annoyance. Lila barely glances up. This again? Cassie smirks. Make it fast. I take a breath, hands in my pockets. The house. What happens now he's gone? Marla frowns. What do you mean? We've talked. We're staying like James wanted. There it is. Entitlement. Thick as Asheville fog. I shake my head. No, you're not. This isn't Dad's house, it's mine. Bought it for him after Mom died. Been in my name since day one. Now he's gone, it's back to me. Silence crashes. Wine glass clinks, tablet slips, mug teeters. Marla blinks. What are you saying? James never said that. This is our home. Her voice cracks, shock turning sharp. Lila's up. You can't kick us out, we've been here years. Face red, fists balled. Cassie's glare cuts. This is ours now. I stand firm. Wrong. It's never been yours. I let you live here free. For Dad. That's over. Pay rent, market rate, lawyer's number, or leave. 3 months. Marla's trembling. You can't do this. James wanted us here. I cut in. Legally, it's mine. Not his to give, not yours to take. Been covering it for years. Done now. Lila paces. Unbelievable. Profiting off us after he's gone? I snort. Profiting? You've squatted free, disrespected him, tried dumping Buster. 3 months. Pay or pack. Cassie's venom flares. You're throwing us out? Like I'm the bad guy. Not if you pay, I say. But I'm not your bankroll. Figure it. Marla's voice shakes. After all we did for James, you're tossing us like trash? She's playing widow, tears welling, everything we've done. But I see through it. Everything? Like what? Pushing him aside? Bullying him over Buster? Real sweet. 3 months. Options are yours. I pull papers from my jacket. Deed, title, proof. Don't believe me? Here's the law my name, not Dad's. Been mine since I bought it. Pay or I'll evict. Cassie gapes. This can't be real. Staring like it's fake. Lila's fuming. You've got some nerve. Marla's eyes dart. We've been here years. I'm ice. Free years. Taking advantage of him, of me. Done. 3 months. They erupt. He can't. We'll fight this. Voices overlapping, scrambling. I turn, figure it out, and head out. Their chaos echoing. This isn't over. We'll see about that. Truck door slams. Gravel crunches as I peel out. Relief mixing with rage. They're blindsided, plotting, but I've got the deed, the law, everything. They thought it was theirs. Dad's gift to unwrap. But it's mine. Always was. 3 months, they'll face it. Pay or go. And I'm not blinking. But something's brewing. They're not done yet.